My craziest online date. If you think you had a crazy online date before, wait until you hear mine. That night, I saw my money vanish, my respect collapse, and my sense nearly disappear, all because of one girl I met on Instagram. Her name was Cynthia, and let me warn you, not everything you see online is real. What happened that night? My brother, my sister, just sit tight because this is the craziest story I've ever told. I met Cynthia online. She wasn't just beautiful. She looks like a goddess. Smooth caramel skin, long braids falling like waterfall, and every picture on her Instagram had that soft filter glow. Her captions were deep, like a queen needs her king to rise. From the very first chat, she was sweet. Too sweet. She called me my king after 2 days of chatting. She laughed at all my jokes, even the dry ones. And the way she used emojis, heart, crown, kiss, like she had already chosen me. I should have known. When someone looks too perfect, sometimes it's packaging. But me, Collins, I didn't see packaging. I saw wife material. She suggested we meet at a fancy restaurant in Victoria Island. Me, I don't usually go that far unless it's work. But for Cynthia, I ironed my best shirt, sprayed half bottle of perfume, and even practiced small romantic lines in the mirror. That evening, I stepped into the restaurant with my chest high, ready to meet the love of my life. But when she walked in, my heart stopped. She didn't look bad, no, but she didn't look like her pictures either. The glow was gone. The filter was missing. Her braids were rougher, her face looked tired, and she didn't even say hi properly. She just sat, opened the menu and said, "Please, can I order the seafood platter? I've been craving it." I smiled politely, but inside I was sweating. Seafood platter. That thing was more expensive than my entire monthly data plan. But I said nothing. I wanted to impress her.
The waiter came with a polite smile, pen in hand, and Cynthia didn't even blink before ordering not one, not two, but 3 dishes. I'll take the seafood platter, the grilled chicken with fries, and also the suya special. And please, a bottle of red wine. Not the cheap one, no, the imported one. I nearly choked on the water I was sipping. Imported wine? Suya and seafood together? Who mixes that? But Cynthia, she just smiled at me sweetly and said, "Baby, you don't mind, right? I haven't eaten all day and I was saving my appetite for this date." I forced a laugh, but inside my brain, calculator was already running. I knew my bank account balance. It was crying. As she started eating, she didn't even look at me. No questions about my day. No sweet compliments like in the chat. Instead, she was on her phone, snapping pictures of the food, adjusting her angles, posting to Instagram with the caption, "Dinner with Bae." I looked around the restaurant, feeling people's eyes on me. If only they knew Bae was sitting quietly watching his wallet get roasted. Then it happened. She waved her hand at me like she was addressing a waiter. "Collins, can you transfer 20K to my account? My friend just messaged me. She's stranded and I promised to help her. You're a gentleman, right?" My chest got tight. 20,000 naira? In the middle of eating my kidney's worth of seafood? I smiled weakly and said, "Let's focus on the food first." She frowned, rolled her eyes and muttered, "I thought you said you're serious. Even my ex would have sent the money without argument." That was the first dagger to my chest. Comparison to the ex on the first date, red flag number 1. But it didn't stop there. She leaned closer, her voice sugary but sharp. "Baby, you know what? After this meal, let's go clubbing. I want to introduce you to my friends. They'll love you." I froze. Clubbing? On a Wednesday night? I had work the next morning. And besides, my salary hadn't even recovered from January's dry spell. Still, I forced a smile, nodding like a mumu. My brain was screaming, "Collins, run!" But my legs refused to move. The ride to the club was like a slow march to my financial funeral. Cynthia was busy on her phone, laughing, texting, probably alerting her friends that ATM machine Collins was on the way. When we got there, the music hit me first. Heavy bass, lights flashing like Lagos traffic, and the smell of perfume mixed with sweat. Cynthia grabbed my hand tightly, but not out of love, more like possession. She pulled me straight to a VIP table already packed with her friends. 5 of them, all dressed like they had just stepped out of a Nollywood music video. "Girls, meet Collins," she announced with pride. "The man who's been making me smile lately." Before I could even say hi, the waiter appeared, tray in hand. Cynthia's friends didn't waste time. "Bring more air, bring NSC, bring shisha, bring small chops." They chorused like a choir. My throat went dry. Moe, NSC, VIP orders, me that was calculating how to survive till month's end. Cynthia leaned in, kissed me on the cheek and whispered, "Baby, don't embarrass me. These are my people. Just relax, have fun." Fun? My account balance was already on life support. As the night went on, bottles popped, the girls danced, snapping pictures, tagging me like I was on celebrity sponsor. Cynthia sat on my lap, laughing loudly, sipping her champagne. For a second, I thought maybe this was worth it. Maybe this was the price of love. But then came the explosion. One of the guys at the next table, a muscular-looking fellow with tattoos, walked over. He leaned down to Cynthia and whispered something in her ear. She laughed too much, and placed her hand on his arm. I froze. My blood boiled. "Babe, who's this?" I asked, trying to sound calm. Cynthia looked at me like I was a nuisance. "Relax, Collins. He's just a friend. Don't be insecure, I beg." But the guy smirked at me, bold, like he was marking his territory. Then, as if the devil himself scripted it, he whispered again, and Cynthia stood up, adjusting her dress. "I'll be right back," she said, holding his hand, walking towards the corner of the club. My heart shattered. My date, the girl I thought was my Instagram dream, just walked away with another man on the very night I was breaking my neck and bank for her. I sat there, music pounding, friends still drinking my sweat-earned money. And I thought to myself, "Collins, how did you get here?" I sat at that table, staring at half-empty bottles of champagne and Cynthia's friends laughing like hyenas. My brain screamed, "Collins, stand up, or your destiny will be swallowed alive tonight." I took a deep breath, pulled out my phone, and calmly excused myself. "Ladies, I need to use the restroom." But instead of walking towards the restroom, I went straight outside. The Lagos night air hit me like freedom. I stood there for a moment, heart pounding, wondering if I should just disappear. Then an idea hit me. I dialed my bank's USSD code. With trembling fingers, I transferred every last naira from my account into my savings vault. Why? Because I knew the bill inside that club would soon look like the national budget, and Cynthia, she'd expect me to foot it. Minutes later, the waiter came running outside, waving the bill like a death sentence. Oga Collins, you never pay, oh." I looked him dead in the eye and said, "Go inside. Tell Cynthia to handle it with her new friend. She's the VIP tonight, not me." I walked off calmly, like James Bond leaving an explosion in slow motion. Inside, chaos broke out. I later heard that Cynthia's new friend vanished the moment the bill landed. Her 5 friends turned on her, shouting, refusing to cover anything. Cynthia was left stranded, arguing, begging, embarrassed in front of the entire club. Me? I was already in an Uber, eating suya, grinning like a madman. That night taught me a lesson. Social media love can be packaging, but reality will always unmask it. Guys, shine your eyes. Ladies, not every Instagram smile is true love. Oh. If your love depends on bottles of moy and clout, na trap you dey. But if you want something real, don't be afraid to walk away from the fake. Trust me, revenge tastes sweeter than champagne.
Have you experienced such an online date or similar online date? Maybe you felt the sting of fake love on social media. You're not alone. Share your story in the comments and don't forget to subscribe for more eye-opening stories like this. Together, we'll uncover the truth behind the filters. It's Love Tales by MasQuad. See you on the next episode.